Welcome to Blake's Builds. Today we're taking a look at a must-have in the shop, a rotary Dremel tool by Phalanx Tools. I'm gonna put it through a series of tests to see how it does in cutting to try to fix a stripped screw head. We're gonna try low setting speeds to try and restore this really rusty old set of pliers. We will try to sharpen a dull knife to try to cut up this thick guy nobody likes. And lastly, well, you'll see. Let's start taking a look at everything this kit has. It's only 60 bucks and has great reviews on Amazon, so as long as it doesn't sound like my old Ryobi drill, looks like it should work well. It's got a flexible head in case you can't fit the Dremel in somewhere. I like that because that removes the worry of the size of the Dremel tool itself. Next, you have the Dremel tool neatly wrapped up, and there's a bunch of larger attachments in a bag, which we'll go through in a bit. You have an organized kit of smaller pieces. It's very nice because it won't get messy over time when you use it. It has a safety shield for cutting, a drill guide, a cutting guide, and a piece that holds a lawnmower blade so you can sharpen it. That's pretty cool. First off, we have a problem, and it's not me barely being able to lift this wood up. We have a stripped screw head. What that means is no matter what screwdriver we use, this screw will not come out. Any tool we have just slips and doesn't loosen it. Hopefully you see this before you get mad and throw your screwdriver like I did, because this Dremel tool offers an easy solution for any stripped or rounded off heads. In search of our cutting blades, let's take a look at the supplies that come with the Dremel. It has a useful chart showing what each piece can be used for. I don't know what these are called, but you have two different grit soft sanders. You have a metal spin brush and a nylon spin brush. It has extra blades. Honestly, not sure what this is, but I think it's polish, and what we will be using, the cutting blades. It also has little circular saw blades. Be careful when you're touching these, they're sharp. Whoops! Before you put anything on the Dremel, make sure it's unplugged. Also, this is how the sanding pieces go on for future reference. All you have to do is push the green button in, loosen the top chuck to fit the shaft in, tighten the shaft once it's in, and let go of the green button. Easy peasy. Keep in mind, Lucky's still here. We'll see what happens to him later. Take out a cutting blade, grab the little tool that comes with the kit, and grab the shaft with a screw in it so we can clamp the blade to it. Put the screw in the hole of the blade and screw the blade onto the shaft. Then, just tighten the screw with the tool. I'm going to put the cutting shield on for this cut, so if anything breaks, I won't have to explain to mom why there's a half a disc sticking out of my eye. You should use eye protection anyway, check. I'm going to cut a slot across the screw head so we can get it out with a flat head. Let's take a close look at the action. Boom, thanks Phalanx. I was actually surprised by this little machine. It sounds really good. I was expecting it to be like a crappy, standard Chinese product, but it's actually really good. I like it. It's very smooth, especially like when you can change all the settings. On highest power, it's not even that loud. Now, let's see what this Dremel can do with low speeds, using the metal brush and the two soft sanding tips to try to restore these old pair of pliers. I would really like to use these pliers, so I'm hoping this works well. Alright, the moment of truth. How much damage have we done with this Dremel? Wow, what a difference. It's literally gleaming. Before and after. This Dremel did a fantastic job. Now let's move on and see it kill a stickman. What? The goal of this video was to cut up this stickman, so here we are. Except this blade is super dull and the stickman will be left unharmed unless we figure out a way to make it sharper. Oh right, we have a Dremel. Let's see what it can do with a stone bit. I do want to emphasize that I probably incorrectly sharpened this knife, but I did make it a lot sharper, so I call it a win. Stickman is finally confirmed dead, so we can all stop clenching in our seats. Wait, that isn't what you were clenching for? I almost forgot about Lucky. But hold your horses because there's one more thing I want to show you. The flexible attachment is super useful, so I want to make sure you know how to put it together and show you how it works. First, you put the collet into the top part of the Dremel, then you put the cap over it, but loosely. Pull the cord out of the flex head and put it into the top of the Dremel. Make sure the brass ring is bottomed out. Tighten it with the wrench tool. And then screw the flex head on. Attach the tip you'll be using, and boom! Super useful gadget for getting into tight spaces. Now the real moment you've been waiting for. What am I gonna do to Lucky? Well, I'm not actually doing anything to Lucky because he's literally scared of a fire alarm indicating its batteries are low. But I do want to note that this Dremel would be great for shaving animal nails, if your animal consents to it of course. There's reviews on Amazon noting it's good for that. Shout out to Lucky for making it through the video, and because I'm the hero that saved him, you should consider subscribing to make sure Lucky's safe. I'm kidding, that would be crazy. Thank you guys so much if you made it to the end, and leave a comment about what your favorite part of the video was. There's going to be a link and a code in the description of this video to get a discount on this product if you're interested. Again, thank you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one.